Today is going to be my 28-week update video. I'm going to try and do it the same way that I did with my 25-week update. Like try and follow the same order of that. So I didn't talk about 27 weeks because what I'm planning on doing going forward until the end of my pregnancy is I'm planning on just doing an update video every 2 weeks now. I feel like it'll just be easier for me to follow along that way and actually keep up with it. I think technically 27 weeks is the start of your third trimester, I think. Just to quickly talk about 27 weeks, it was probably the most, I don't know how to explain it. 27 weeks felt like I was going back to my first trimester where I had food aversions, morning sickness, I had no energy, I was always tired. And so 28 weeks kind of started off that way, but then it ended with me feeling better. So today it's December 28th. I'm actually 29 weeks today. But like I've been doing, I'm going to talk about the previous week. So we're going to talk about 28 weeks. Starting with my symptoms for 28 weeks, I had very strong heartburn. That's still a thing now. Very, very strong heartburn, especially if I wait way too long to eat. And now what's happening is if I wait too long to eat and I've already got super bad heartburn, it makes me nauseous now. So now I don't just have heartburn, I have nausea from it. So it's not the greatest thing in the world. And for the first time ever, a couple days into the week, I felt the most excruciating pain from heartburn ever. I don't think I've ever experienced that, and I don't know if it's normal, but I know I can't be the only one who has experienced it. But it was kind of almost crippling in a way. It hurt so bad and it was so intense. I started off with Monday and Tuesday I had food aversions because of 27 weeks. I was experiencing the same thing, and so I didn't know what to eat, but I was constantly hungry, but then nothing looked good, nothing sounded good to me, so I was getting nauseous and it just wasn't fun at all. And then I was also very tired, at least in the beginning, because I did end the week on a pretty strong note, so I'm feeling back to myself again, which is great. And in 28 weeks, I felt the most intense baby kicks ever. I don't even know if that's technically a symptom. I don't think that's a symptom. I love the fact that I can feel him kick, and I think it's amazing. And I know for a fact that once he's born, I'm going to miss feeling the baby kicks in my belly. But it was so intense. It was so intense this week. This entire pregnancy, he's been hanging out on my right side the entire time, and it's not my right side up by my boob or my rib area. It's my right side where my hip is, so it's kind of right underneath the rib almost. I don't know, that's the only way that it feels. That's how it feels, right underneath the rib, and then right at the hip. He's just chilling there. And so I felt so many kicks and so much movement, and I don't even know if this is really normal because I don't remember with Julie's pregnancy, but with this baby, he has spazzes. He'll literally spaz, and it'll be I can't even explain it to you how weird it is, but it's the rapid movements, kind of like when you stretch and then sometimes you do a really good stretch and then your body kind of shakes. That's probably the best way that I can explain it, but it's rapid movements sometimes, and I'm what? I'm what the hell are you doing in there? But again, I don't know if that's normal. Is it normal? I haven't talked to my doctor about it because I don't know. I always thought that kicks are kicks, you know? Next, how has my body changed from the last update video? Physically, my belly has grown. My belly's grown a lot. I think I'm getting new stretch marks. I see one that I don't remember it being that dark, so I think it's just a new one that's forming. I don't really know, honestly. I'm feeling very heavy these days, super heavy. I've also gained 5 pounds, which is great, but I know some women this far along in their pregnancy, they probably already gained like 15 pounds. I think according to my app, I should have already gained at least 10 pounds. My belly still itches a lot. The past couple of days, I haven't really been consistent with actually oiling my belly, so. And then my boobs still don't hurt. And I still don't know if that's like a normal thing or not, but like my boobs don't hurt anymore. They don't feel or look like they're growing anymore. And I'm not lactating, which makes me so sad, but I'm assuming that's normal. It didn't happen with Julia. Next topic is cravings. The only thing that I've really craved this week is like Mexican style. So I found this restaurant called Taco California close to where I live on DoorDash, and it didn't have like pictures of it or anything, and I'd never heard of the restaurant before. When I got my food, it was absolutely amazing. It literally was the definition of what I was craving. Home cooked meal. That's exactly what I wanted. So it was great. Oh, I forgot to put this in my symptoms, but I'm still getting sciatic nerve pain. It's not as intense as it was a couple weeks ago, but I do still get it. And lastly, we're gonna talk about all the stuff that I did this week. It was kind of a busy week. So it started off with my glucose test. So at 28 weeks, my clinic does the glucose test. I've heard that some do it earlier, but normally it's around this time where they do it. So I took my glucose test. I still don't have the results back. I thought I would have them back by today, but I don't. So I don't know if I failed it or if I passed it. And just to go into a little detail about that, I was absolutely dreading this test. Like, the only experience that I have is my first pregnancy, and that one didn't go so well. I failed it the first time. I had to take a 3-hour test, and then with that, I just remember feeling like super weak. So that's how I thought this one was gonna go. I thought it was gonna be just as miserable as the first one. It really wasn't that miserable this time around. The hardest part though was actually drinking the drink. So when I first opened the bottle, I got the fruit punch flavor. And so like the taste itself is not awful. Like, it doesn't like immediately make you want to throw up or gag. But for me, my first sip was absolutely awful because I tried to chug it, because they give you 10 minutes to drink it. So I tried to chug it the first time, like in the first sip, and I choked myself. And the stuff is like syrup. So it's like really, really sweet, and it dries my throat up super fast. So here I am, I tried to chug it the first sip and I immediately choked, and like after that, it made me want to gag. I don't have the bottle anymore. I threw it away, or I'd show you. It was like the mini, it was a little bit bigger than like the mini water bottle size that you see. And I only had to drink half of it. So I could have drank it within like 3 to 5 minutes of my time and been done with it. But it took me the full 10 minutes because I literally wanted to throw up with each sip after I choked myself the first time. So it was awful. And then it instantly like made my body feel like jittery, but not the good kind. The kind that's like kind of like a sugar crash. That's what it immediately made me feel. And then by the time I got to the office, because how they had me do it was, my appointment was at 9. I had to finish drinking it by 8. So I had to start drinking at 7:50 and then be done drinking the portion by 8 o'clock. So by the time I got to my appointment at 9 o'clock, I was feeling better. I was still feeling a little jittery and like weird. Probably in my 30-week update, in my next update video, I'll go over the results because I don't know what they are yet. So that was Tuesday. That was like the start of my week. Oh, and then also where she put the needle. Oh, I still have a bruise. I don't know if can you see it? I still have a bruise. The placement of the needle hurt like a bitch. It hurt so bad. And I was ready for that thing to freaking get out. But anyways, Thursday was Christmas Eve. So Thursday, I had to work, but we had like a half a day. So I got off early. And then I went to my sister's house and we kind of did like little activities with the kids. They're all like little toddlers, so it's not like they really focused for very long and they weren't like interested the entire time. But we made little gingerbread houses and then cookies, and then we just chilled watched a movie for a little bit. So that was fun. And then Christmas Day, we opened our presents in the morning. And then we went to my grandma's house in the afternoon, like around 12. And then after that, we went to PJ's parents' house. And then we got home super late. Luckily, this year Christmas was on a weekend, so I had a 3-day weekend. I'm gonna do a quick little belly shot. That was it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.